You can't talk to anybody, sir.
All right, you know you're not allowed to speak to people. Who are you waving to? You're not allowed to do that. So now she's gonna have to go outside the courtroom. I'm sorry, the person who he was waving to, you're gonna have to go outside. No, but I mean, this is incorrect. It shouldn't say that somebody's awaiting transfer to TDC, because then when they come to court, it's, hey, why are they not at TDC?
That's just way.
No, they need to change it. That's what I'm saying.
But you might want to call fans.
Oh, I will.
Don't be talking in the box, inmates. Both of y'all, sit up.
All right, who's the attorney for you? Who's your attorney? All right, your client keeps talking. One, he's talked to his mom, and now he's talking, and he keeps saying my bad, but he's not learning. And he's talking to the inmate in the box. That's not allowed. If you continue, you know what's going to end up happening? You're going to get sent back, and we'll see you when we see you. There is not to be any speaking to each other in the box. There's not to be speaking to family members in the audience. If you want a visitation with your family members, they'll have to do it at the jail. Those are the rules. The deputies are in charge of security. They're already on high alert, and you're just making them on even a higher alert. Tasers can and will be used. Does everybody understand? And of course, appropriately, not for conversation, right? Did you understand you're charged with the offense of retaliation? That's a 3rd-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding you guilty as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, please.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
He has no prior felony record. I just had one too many beers and started talking crazy to the police.
All right,
Yeah, can I say something?
sure.
Yeah, I had got off the bus and I had a little bit of beer in a HB bag, and when I got up in Travis Park, and I guess you're not supposed to have a can, and I took it out, and they made me stand there with the can, and I kind of like got frustrated, and then they said that I had warrants for grand theft auto and possession of firearm, which wasn't me, so I kind of had like a little, like wasn't me, you know, and we started arguing, and that's when I don't recall doing it, but I did have a few bad words for them, and I regret it, but.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
I mean, I'm not.
Some people, no, let me just explain something to you. There are laws. Sometimes officers will give you a pass, but they most definitely will not give you a pass if you're being disrespectful.
And I was.
So, yeah. So maybe if you were not disrespectful, we wouldn't even be here. Guess what? You would have just had a ticket for drinking alcohol in public.
I've thought about that so many times.
Yeah, and so you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to drink alcohol on a bus. And guess what? People who are on the bus, get the thing. Here's the thing. People are on the bus. They don't want to be sitting next to somebody drinking alcohol from a paper bag. That's just the way it is. And then after he tells you you're not allowed to drink alcohol, according to the steps, you continue to drink alcohol in front of him. Then he tells you have 3 other active warrants. And then you get angry, and then you start calling him names. And then what do? You empty the beer on the sidewalk and throw the can in the street, which he rightfully so told you that's littering, which, by the way, people, please stop littering. The fact that you're smoking a cigarette and you put it on the ground and stomp it out, that's still littering. You know, nobody wants to clean up after you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you have any children?
I have a daughter, she's 26, and 4 grandkids.
All right.
Little boys.
And how old are your grandchildren?
8, 6, 5, and 4.
All right. And do you live by yourself?
I stay at the Human Parole program right now. Ever since COVID, I was a supervisor for UPS, and I kind of I went through a bad relationship, and I was in a depression, and I was doing drugs and alcohol, but I already learned my lesson, and I want to get back to supervising. I'm going to try to be a supervisor at Amazon. It's a new one they opened over there.
All right. And what drugs were you using when you were using?
I was using meth, drinking beer and alcohol, and I was smoking marijuana. I wouldn't intervene anything, I should have, but I was smoking and snorting methamphetamine, which was my downfall mainly.
Okay,
But I kind of know.
all right. And did you have an allergic reaction?
Yes, I have eczema, but they don't give me the medicine, and yeah, I was only using Vaseline.
Okay.
It's like it dries up, and when the dry skin comes up, it turns red.
No, I just want to make sure your health was okay.
I'm good. I'm good. Right now, I currently work on Higher Quest. It's a temp service, and I plan on going back there and being at the courtyard. I even go to get right back. I'm with the CHCS. I have counselors. I have a doctor for my medication because I have mood disorders and everything. But everything's there. But I just got to go and check in as soon as I get out.
Right, so you know you have to follow rules.
Yes,
And you were having a hard time following rules in the box with speaking to the people in the audience, then speaking to other inmates in the box. You have got to internalize what rules are, and I know you know what the rules are, and you got to follow those. Otherwise, if you don't, there are going to be consequences. Do you understand?
yes, ma'am. I do.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 2 years deferred adjudication. There's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. Anything else you need from the court?
I just wanted to know how soon will I be released?
Oh, well, it depends. If the TAP evaluation says you need inpatient treatment, you're going to be going to inpatient treatment. If felony drug court accepts you, then felony drug court will give you your conditions. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yeah,
And did you sign it?
Yes.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Okay.
All right, good luck to you.
All
Because even as a law student here, mom would send me money. And that
Oh,
was,
yeah.
and that was back in the day. You could send money in the mail, right?
Right. Oh,
You could
right,
spend
yeah.
$40 get sent in the
Right, you
mail.
could get $100 for the month and you
Oh, yeah.
probably could make it through.
And let me tell you, mom would send me in an envelope like $40. I'd be like, yay.
Exactly, like, I mean,
But
that
the-
was a tank
yeah.
of gas and snacks
Oh,
and,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I rode the bus, but I'll tell you this. At St. Mary's, the guy who worked the cafeteria was so nice to me. I'll never forget him, because what he would do is he would let me eat all week, and then I would pay him at the end of the week.
Oh, nice, that's awesome.
So I'm like, yay.
Did
Hi.
you live on campus?
Yes, I lived in Charles Francis.
Oh, okay, I don't know, I didn't,
Yeah.
I don't.
No, so the undergraduates, I forgot what campus they lived on, but I lived in Charles Francis, and you would walk up the 4 flights.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
For a walk.
Oh, but it was easy. It was so easy. I was in such fantastic shape then. You know, I would just run up the stairs. And
Yeah.
then when I moved to my apartment, it was more, I was on the top floor, but it was more than 4 flights, because you had just the first flight to get
Yeah.
up, and then you're going around corners. And my mom came and she introduced herself to everybody who was on that. Well,
That's
she's like, watch out for my baby. But it was so funny because I ended up, my mom said, get on the top floor. You know,
Mhm.
people won't be breaking in at the bottom. They'll have to climb up to the top.
Okay, there you go.
And then I ended up with an NP who lived right next door to me.
Oh, my gosh.
And then there was another gentleman who lived on the left of me,
Uh-huh.
and he had mental health issues. And so his mom told my mom, please have her look out for my son. I'm like, I got you.
Oh, gee, jumping in.
And
right
then
away.
below me was a state trooper.
Wow. that
So
is
everybody knew
interesting.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
And everyone's like, watch out for Stephanie. Her mom said so.
That's nice.
So it was awesome.
That's awesome.
Those were the days.